Hey, what's happening? It's Bill Smith. Today is August 14th, 2018. It's kind of been a big day on the board so far. We got some talk of MOS, that's Mossad for some people. For some people, it might be Media Operating System. So I'm going to glaze over that for now. I'm going to come back and spend some time on that later today. But for now, I want to talk about this latest post. This is post 1882, followed by post 1883. Post 1883 has got two videos on it. I've covered these before in the past. This was an intro for me for a while. These are just inspirational videos. They make you feel good. And Reagan had a point, man. There is no such thing as appeasement, okay? I will not live in slavery. I will give up my life before that ever happens. You understand that? I will fight with everything I have. Everything I have. I'm all in here. I am all in. Okay? I'm not going away. And I'll be here until we win. Completely and fully. So I want to read this quote before we move on and read this article. It says, "Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it on to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same." And we haven't been doing a very good job of that over the last few years here in this country. So that's why I'm a part of this. QAnon's real. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Okay, so post 1882, the post right before this, it's a link to the BBC.com, which is weird because I thought the BBC was government-owned, government-backed. I think that should be bbc.uk.gov or something. But we'll go read it. And it says read very, very carefully. Okay, so I'll go through this slowly and succinctly. This is an article from back in 2016 titled U.S. Election 2016, What Really Happened with the Clintons in Haiti. I've been talking about Haiti a lot, so if you haven't seen my latest Rainn Wilson video, Dwight Schrute from The Office, please go check that out. He was running charities down there, tied in with the Clintons. So this is right back before the big election. This is the 2nd of November. Trump hadn't been elected yet. So this was in the mix, and the Haitians hate the Clintons. So with that, no more opinion from Bill Smith. I'll just get straight into it. It says, Donald Trump has said the work of Bill and Hillary Clinton in Haiti was a, quote, disgrace. What really happened? Quote, the Clinton family, they are crooks. They are thieves. They are liars, says Haitian activist Don Hood Andre. He has been leading protests outside the Clinton Foundation headquarters in Manhattan and Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign base in Brooklyn for the last 2 years. He said protesters from his small activist group, the Committee to Mobilize Against Dictatorship in Haiti, will continue to level their allegations, so far all unproven, if the Democratic candidate wins the White House, which she didn't. So it goes on to talk about this honeymoon. Now, this is some interesting stuff, so pay attention. I'm going to read slowly. Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump raised the matter in the third and final presidential debate when he told Miss Clinton, quote, I was at a little Haiti the other day in Florida, and I want to tell you, they hate the Clintons because what's happened in Haiti with the Clinton Foundation is a disgrace, end quote. That's from Donald Trump. Hillary retorted that she was proud of the foundation's work and pointed out her rival's namesake charity had spent money on a life-size portrait of himself. The Clintons' history with the world's first black republic dates back to their 1975 honeymoon, when they met a voodoo priest and visited a hotel where Ernest Hemingway once stayed. These two people, okay, you ever heard of somebody taking their honeymoon to Haiti? I mean, these are plugged-in, powerful people. This is Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton, ex-president, ex-sitting president Bill Clinton. They decided to go on their honeymoon, not to Cancun, not to some amazing island getaway. They went to Haiti in 1975 and met a voodoo priest. A voodoo priest. Voodoo donuts. So there's a picture here. It says the January 2010 earthquake killed an estimated 220,000 people. A lot of carnage, right? A lot of people go missing during that time. It goes on to say, few could have guessed the two young Americans touring the attractions that December would one day wield such influence over the impoverished Caribbean island nation. Mr. Andre is not alone in his compatriots in blaming the once and perhaps future first couple for a litany of its ills in Haiti. Kim Ives, editor of Haiti Liberté newspaper, told the BBC, a lot of Haitians are not big fans of the Clintons, that's for sure. Now, this is the interesting part. They show a picture here. Look down if you're on your mobile, okay? What I find interesting about this part is all the white people standing up, and it looks like modern-day slavery. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like modern-day industrial slavery. Because all the white people are in the back, and you got some Chinese investors there, or some Asians. Asians and white people and Jews all own the black people in Haiti. That's what that picture signifies to me. There's not a single Haitian up there with the Clintons. You understand that? So none of the money go to the Haitians. The Haitians are getting used and abused down there. And the Clintons been doing it since 1975. It goes on to say the fact that the Clintons kind of took over things after the earthquake and did a pretty poor job of it translates to why the Haitians have a pretty dim view of them. So the next section in this article is called Replicated Mistakes. So it says, Miss Clinton was Secretary of State and Mr. Clinton was UN Special Envoy to Haiti when the January 2010 earthquake struck, killing an estimated 220,000 people. Some $13 billion was pledged by international donors for Haiti's recovery. That's a lot of Benjamins, man. Mr. Clinton, Bill Clinton, was appointed co-chairman of the Interim Haiti Recovery Commission, the IHRC, along with Haitian Prime Minister Jean-Max Bellerive. But that foundation found itself under fire as frustrations mounted at the slow pace of recovery. Its mandate was not renewed by the Haitian Parliament in 2010. Bill Clinton, working with their prime minister, didn't get their commission renewed the next year, very quickly. So here's an infographic. It says, where did the Haiti quake funding go? 90% of it went to non-Haitian organizations. 10% of it went to the Haitian government, and 0.5% went to Haitian organizations. All that money went somewhere else, other than to the people of Haiti. Was that $13 billion they collected, the Clintons collected? It says a U.S. Government Accountability Office report discovered no hint of wrongdoing, imagine that, but concluded the IHRC's decision were, quote, not necessarily aligned with Haitian priorities. How do you come to the whatever? Mr. Clinton's own office at the UN found 9% of foreign aid cash went to the Haitian government and 6% to local organizations. The bulk of it went to UN agencies, international aid groups, private contractors, and donor countries. Donor countries own civilian and military agencies. Military agencies. For example, the Pentagon billed the State Department hundreds of millions of dollars for sending U.S. troops to hand out bottled water and keep order on the streets of Haiti's ravaged capital, Port-au-Prince. It's a long article. I might not get to all this. It goes on to say, Jake Johnston, an analyst with the Center for Economic and Policy Research, a nonpartisan group that has studied the quake reconstruction, told the BBC, it's hard to say it's been anything other than a failure. But he believes the State Department and the IHRC simply replicated the mistakes of the whole foreign aid industry by chasing short-term gains instead of building longer-term capacity on the ground. They relied too much on outside actors, Mr. Johnson says, and supplanted the role of the Haitian government and domestic producers. While the Clintons and their respective roles clearly had a say over some of the quake relief cash, where it flowed. Their political enemies have wrongly claimed the family foundation directly controlled all the billions in funds. The foundation itself raised a relatively modest $30 million for aid projects in Haiti. So the Clinton Foundation only raised $30 million. But the whole Quake Foundation, all the money raised for Haiti was like $13 billion, and the Clintons were at the center of it. But they're saying they didn't control it. A spokesman for the charity told the BBC every penny of the more than $30 million raised was deployed on the ground, with no overhead taken by the Clinton Foundation. It's likely because they had their money in those billions, man, not those millions. Friends of Bill. Miss Clinton's campaign has said she never did anything at the State Department as a result of donations to the Clinton Foundation, but potential conflicts of interest have emerged. After the earthquake, disaster capitalists flocked to the nation of 10 million people, which is about the size of the U.S. state of Massachusetts. Private contractors were eager to sell services, and what one U.S. envoy described in a WikiLeaks disclosed diplomatic cable as a, quote, gold rush. In email exchanges with top Clinton Foundation officials, a senior aide to Miss Clinton, who was then Secretary of State, kept an eye out for those identified by the abbreviations FOB, which stood for Friends of Bill Clinton, or, quote, WJC VIPs, William Jefferson Clinton VIPs. Need to flag when people are friends of WJC, wrote Caitlin Cleverick, a senior State Department official who was vetting incoming offers of assistance coming through the Clinton Foundation. So they had told people, look out for these tags, and these are the priorities. These are the priority contractors that we're gonna send money to. Go down there, you sell a bottle of water for $15. You know what I'm saying? Most I can probably ID, but all no, not all. Miss Cloverick told ABC News that she had made the comments about Mr. Clinton to help pin down whether would-be contractors had a history in Haiti or with disaster relief. The emails, which were obtained through a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit by the Republican National Committee, have fueled claims the Clintons were running a pay-to-play operation, though no hard evidence of this has emerged. House Republicans are already laying the groundwork for a volley of congressional hearings into the Clinton Foundation in the event the Democratic candidate wins the White House in a week's time, which she didn't. Possibly the most enduring criticism of the Clinton Foundation's work in Haiti stems from its signature project, a garment factory known as Caracol Industrial Park. The foundation, working with the State Department, Clinton State Department, helped arrange a U.S. subsidized deal with the Haitian government to build a $300 million factory complex in 2012. Now, I covered this. I want to just drop this in there. Anthony Bourdain and Kate Spade were both murdered with that red scarf in the same week. Kate Spade was contracted with the Clinton Foundation to use Caracol Industrial Park to get fashion designer materials out of there. So it's slave labor. That's what they were building. They were building a $300 million slave labor complex designed for the fashion industry. I'm pretty sure Kate Spade was going to talk. She got murdered on a doorknob. It goes on to say, several hundred farmers were evicted from their land to make way for the 600-acre manufacturing site, which produces clothes for retailers such as Old Navy, Walmart, Target, and Kate Spade. South Korean textile giant Say Trading Company, those were the Asians you saw, which is the major employer at the facility, subsequently donated between $50,000 and $100,000 in kickbacks to the Clinton Foundation. Mr. Clinton declared 100,000 jobs would be created in short order, but the Caracol Industrial Park has created only 8,000 jobs. Questions fester. The Clinton Foundation rebutted any suggestion of special favors, saying that in the aftermath of the Haiti quake, they worked with a wide range of partners to mobilize relief efforts immediately. There's more here. I can't get to it all. I'll leave the link. You should come and read this in detail. Put in the comments anything I missed, because the details, the sordid details of the Clintons in Haiti goes back to 1975 with their first meeting on their honeymoon with a voodoo witch doctor, and now they're building slave factories in Haiti. Till next time, it's Bill Smith. Thanks for watching.